Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy, and welcome back to another episode of Air, Minagi's Route. So, let's jump right back in. That night, it had become a habit of mine to sit on the bench and gaze at the stars by myself. The stars are pretty tonight. Tono, who had just gotten out of the shower, sat down beside me holding 2 cups of coffee. Would you prefer barley tea or something like that? Nope, coffee is fine, thanks. I accepted the coffee and sipped the coffee carefully, taking care not to scald my tongue. Hot! I scalded my tongue anyways. Are you okay? I'm fine. I tried to keep my composure, but my tongue really hurt. Let me have a look. Tono stood in front of me and positioned her face so close to me that I could feel her breath. I could smell the fragrance of her shampooed hair. Let me have a look. She was concerned. Tono repeated the same words again. I'm fine. So I repeated the same words as well. Let me have a look. She sounded more forceful this time. I'm totally fine. I refused her. We looked at each other. Let me have a look. She forced my mouth open. It's a bit red. Should I fetch you some water? With my mouth still wide open, I shook my head. But she looked worried. I was trying to say I'm alright. Do you feel the pain going away like this? Aww. I felt Tono's heartbeat through her thin summer dress. Oh no, I'm gonna cry! This is so sweet and it's really pretty. Like, honestly, this is the prettiest CG we've come across so far. A soft heartbeat. Her tender warmth enveloped me. Stay still. She pressed me harder into her chest. She smelled nice. I felt nervous at first, but gradually, I became filled with a sense of peace. A nostalgic peace. I had a memory of having felt this peace before, somewhere, sometime. I can feel you like this. Let me stay like this for a bit longer. That is so sweet. I heard a voice, amidst Tono's warmth. Sitting on a bench illuminated by white lamps, I heard Tono's voice like a lullaby. Tono's lap made for a very soft pillow. I realized that letting me rest my head on her lap was her way of expressing her love. I had a dream last night, Tono said. A dream of when I was a child. A dream of my father and I looking up at the stars together. Look, Minagi, that's Sagittarius. I remembered my father's gentle voice. We were on our way home. My father was talking to me while holding my hand and talking about the stars. Oh, what's that then? It was my daily routine to go to the station to fetch my father after he got off of work. And so, we stood at the station for a brief moment, holding hands, gazing at the stars and talking about them. Oh no, I'm gonna cry! I'm already starting to cry! Oh gosh. We just started! Stop it! I loved my father. I also fell in love with the stars that my father loved. Minagi, let me tell you a little secret. It happened that summer night. Just like always, we were on our way home, hand in hand, gazing at the stars. I gotta wipe my nose and my eye because I can't see out of one right now because it hurts. Give me 1 second. Oh gosh. My father smiled and said this to me. You see, stars can cleanse a person's soul. In each and every star resides a god that watches over us. My father taught me that. It was a beautiful story. Whenever I looked at the stars, I felt peace with myself. It was like I could forget about all the unhappy things. Stars can cleanse a filthy soul. Do you know that? My father told me that with a sad look in his eyes. Not once had I thought my father had a filthy soul. In fact, it would be dirty of me to even imagine it. So I made a wish to the stars. May my soul be cleansed. After that, my father left our home. After my mother lost Michiru through a miscarriage, my parents always quarreled at home. The day my father left, he asked me to come along with him. I felt sorry for leaving my mother alone, so I told him that I would wait patiently for him to come back. As you wish. Help me say goodbye to Mom. After giving me a gentle pat on the head, my father gave me a small present. It was a small cute bottle with sand inside. This is star sand, my father said. He taught me that I would gain happiness if I kept it with me. The star sand became my treasure. If I gain happiness, perhaps that means he will come back to us. To me, to be happy is to be together with my doting parents. However, he never came back. Sorry, guys. Minagi's story always gets me really hard. I went to the station every day to look for him, but he was nowhere to be found. I would walk home alone in the dark. My father was not walking beside me. I felt sad. I wanted him to teach me more about the stars. I have my star sand with me. Why isn't he back yet? I thought that perhaps my soul had been dirtied. Perhaps that's why I could not gain happiness. Ever since then, every night with the star sand, I sat at the bench at the station and looked at the stars. I wanted my soul to be cleansed. If that happened, then he would come back. If that happened, then my mother would stop crying in the middle of the night. If that happened, then we could live together happily. I would surprise my father by making a hamburger steak tastier than Mom's. It would be so much fun if we could sit at the dining table together. We would be happy. We would definitely gain happiness. We would definitely gain happiness. It was a long time later that I found out that my father had married another woman and was living in a town far away. August 7th. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. The next day, the sunlight blazed down on the earth in the clear blue sky. It was the usual morning. When I woke up to the cry of the cicadas in the trees, Tono had just arrived to wake me up. Too bad. I'm disappointed. Tono-san put on her "it's a shame" face. I wasn't able to see your sleeping face. That is truly regrettable. Yes, it's really a shame. I see. In that case... Okay, guys, this is where we're gonna see the bad ending first, okay? So I'm gonna save right there. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm still like, ah! Alright, so, we're gonna do the bad ending first. Give me a good morning kiss. Oh, come on. There we go. Give me a good morning kiss. God, what am I saying on such a beautiful morning? What? Ignore that. I was just kidding. I said that as calmly as I could. Okay. I prepared breakfast. Oh, okay. So come and eat it now. That was close. Why did I say that just now? I should watch every word I say from now on. Tono was looking at me bashfully. Is something wrong? Kunisaki-san, what's up? About the good morning kiss. Please wait a bit longer. She ran away. Huh? Staring at Tono's retreating back, I cocked my head in puzzlement. Something seemed to have spiraled out of control, but I wonder why. I felt something was out of place as I watched Tono run away in embarrassment. After having breakfast, Tono and I sat on the bench and waited for Michiru to arrive. We were under a blue sky. There was the summer sunshine and the cries of the cicadas. I imagined Michiru running to us in the shimmering heat. I could hear her fleeting footsteps approaching. Tono stood up to welcome the girl. And so the day began for the three of us. Boop-a-doop. Alright, watch closely. I'll be blowing lots of bubbles today. Okay, go for it, Minagi! Alright, I'll do my best. Let's do this. Tono was fired up. Michiru couldn't blow a bubble no matter how hard she tried, so she pestered Tono to show her how it was done. Michiru watched Tono intently. Looking at Michiru, I suddenly felt a sense of uneasiness. Michiru looked like she had something to say. What's wrong? I asked Michiru in a low voice so that Tono couldn't hear. It's odd, Michiru muttered in response to my question. Really? Yeah, Minagi isn't herself. Michiru looked at Minagi with concern. Michiru had been with Tono for longer than I had, so she would know if something was wrong. It was true that ever since Tono left home to live at the station, she had been behaving strangely. While she looked cheerful, she looked like she was forcing herself to be. It was as if she wanted to finish all she had started before the end of the dream that she spoke of arrived. It was as if she was a little girl trying to stuff all the precious moments that we had spent together into her treasure box. I should do something about this. While my inner voice was telling me that, Michiru spoke. I'm happy that Minagi is cheerful, but is it too late after all? Eh? I heard deep sadness. Her voice sounded as ephemeral as the bubbles that disappear after being born. Then, Minagi, I'll join you too! Michiru jumped off the bench and ran towards Tono. I watched her go. Today's soap water mixture is perfect. Really? Yep. Then I'll be sure to succeed today! Under the shining summer air, two girls were blowing bubbles towards the sky. Tono was as good as ever, making bubble after bubble. On the other hand, Michiru couldn't make any. She kept groaning while stirring her soap water with a straw. A familiar contrast, a familiar sight. The two of them were enjoying themselves. But why? To me, everything looked so empty. Everything was sepia-colored, like something out of a memory. A memory, a dream. This scene of a summer that would soon end wavered like the transient heat haze. Boop-a-doop, boop. August 8th. Morning arrived. I walked around town with Michiru. Tono had gone to summer school. Although she said she would be back as soon as possible, time slowed to a crawl for the ones doing the waiting. So we walked around town. It was Michiru who invited me to do so. Hey, Kunasaki Yukito! Take me on a date while we wait for Minagi to get back. Michiru said that and laughed. I had nothing better to do anyway, so I was also hoping to perform in town, so I agreed to her proposal. Yay, it's a date! Michiru hopped about upon hearing my reply, expressing all her joy with her little body. But, I thought as I watched Michiru dance around. Michiru's words when she was watching Tono blow bubbles yesterday flashed through my mind. Is it too late after all? A forlorn tone. A voice of desolation. These ordinary days had begun to change. Michiru did not look truly happy to me. And now, Michiru was walking beside me. She walked with her head hanging low, like a child that had just awoke from a sad dream. Hey, Michiru! I kept my eyes on a passing bird in the sky as I planned my next words. She looked up at me for a moment, then at the ground again. Because I didn't understand the reason for her behavior, it pained me even more to see Michiru like this. Well, will you look at that? On the seawall, a seagull was resting its wings. It's a seagull. A seagull? Don't you think it's cute? Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, let's feed it. Rice? Yup, rice. Well, I wonder what seagulls eat. I don't know. This should be fish, eh? Mackerel? Yeah, maybe it eats mackerel. I like mackerel too. Fried mackerel, huh? I saw you enjoying it. Yup, I ate the same thing as seagulls. Then you're friends with seagulls. Friends? Yup, friends. I see. Seagulls are my friends. Yeah. If that's the case, I'll give the seagulls this as a sign of my friendship. After rifling through her pocket, she took out a candy. I got this from Minagi. It's orange flavored. No, that's... I can't use this. It's not whether you can or not. I don't think seagulls eat that. Why? Why? The girl's innocent eyes bore into me. Well, let's try it then. I was at my wit's end. Okay, wait a bit. She trotted up to the seawall where the seagull was. She sat down beside the seagull. To my amazement, the seagull did not fly away even when Michiru was right beside it. Good afternoon, seagull. On Michiru's greeting, the seagull called once. You're looking good. Communication had been established. Could the seagull be an old friend of Michiru? Say, seagull, are you hungry right now? You just had your meal. I see, then you must be stuffed. You see, I actually wanted to give you this. She offered the candy to the seagull. You don't want it? I see, that's too bad. It's delicious. Didn't you, or don't mind you, I should eat it. Can I really? The seagull nodded. Spoken like a true man. If you say so, I'll have this candy. She popped the candy into her mouth. It's so tasty. She rolled the candy in her mouth happily. You're going home now. I see. Have a safe trip home. After squawking a second time, the seagull started flapping its wings that were larger than its body. Huh? Okay, I understand. After saying something to Michiru, the seagull flew off. It headed for the sky above the rolling waves that reflected the light of the sun. That's nice, you got the candy. I patted Michiru's head after she returned to me. Yup, it was delicious. She laughed happily. She was finally back to her cheerful self. What did the seagull say in the end? I remember Michiru's meek expression when she exchanged her last words with the seagull. It said the wind will start blowing soon. The wind? Yup, it didn't want to miss riding the wind. Boop-a-doop. We walked through the thick summer air. We passed several front porches of houses, listening to the clear sound of wind chimes and walking with few words between us. Our destination was the shopping district that I have visited many times before. There was not a soul in sight. It was as quiet as a graveyard. I'm famished, I blurted out as I reached this place. Starving! My stomach is growling. Growl, 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 growl! I suppose I could have lunch a bit earlier, but Tono is still at school. I could return to the station and eat first, but that didn't seem nice. I got it! We're going to buy and eat! What's that? If you buy food on your way home from school, it's called buy and eat, or so I've heard. But we're not on our way home from school. Well, we'll pretend to be doing that. But we don't have any money. Fear not. It is for this exact reason that I have this. I pulled out my puppet from my back pocket. Look at this wondrous thing. I raised my puppet to the sun for no reason. Wow! Michiru let out an exclamation of awe upon seeing the puppet with sun as a halo of light around it. Just wait a bit, I'll make some money in no time. Okay! As usual, I set up shop outside of Kirishima Clinic. Michiru sat down beside me and looked at the puppet with anticipation. This reminds me, I've shown her my act only once. I thought that as I focused. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, by subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!